So we've been getting a lot of questions about the modern mystery quilt, and original intention was to explain everything and explain how it was going to work and everything on January 1st during our Quilt's First Facebook Live, but we're getting so many questions and emails about it that we thought maybe it would be better to make a quick video to explain how everything is going to work, so we can you can have a little bit more time to think about it. So the first question we're getting is that the pattern is sold out on the website. So again, we were telling you that this is coming, but we can't put the inventory in until the pattern is available. It will not be available until January 1st. So just the way websites work, it says sold out right now, and it will say sold out until January 1st. And at that time, you will be able to purchase the access to the quilt along.
And that access is a one-time payment of $25. So it's a great deal. The $25 gets you access to all 6 installments over time and support videos that will be on a private YouTube page for you.
So many people have asked about the cost, and as Bill said, it's $25 for the 6 installments and the video tutorials. We'll also provide support in terms of answering questions at the January and February Quilt's First live streams that we do on Facebook that is later on YouTube. So you'll have lots of opportunities to get answers to your questions. However, the fabric is another thing people have been asking about. So the pattern itself is a 56 by 80 inch finished quilt. The front will take about 6.5 yards. That is because it's a scrappy quilt, and so there'll be a lot of seams and that sort of thing. But if depending on your stash, you could do it entirely out of your stash. We will not be selling kits of this, but we will be explaining to you in very clear terms what to look for and how to put together the palette that you'll be using. You'll have a lot of flexibility in terms of the fabric suite that you use, but you will need good contrast in terms of, you will need contrast. Let's just put it that way. So you might be able to do it totally out of your stash, or depending on your stash, you might need to buy additional fabric, but we will help you figure that out on January 1st.
Yeah, you have to wait for that, but they'll be very, very clear.
Very clear.
Fabric needs. So, but count on about 6.5 yards for the front.
Do you want to talk about the schedule for the downloads?
So we will have this live, as we said, on January 1st. That little thumbnail on our website will say, no longer say out of stock. It will be available. And when you pay your $25, you'll get immediate access to a secret web page. There will be an immediate download with the first installment that has all these wonderful details about the fabric requirements, and it has the first sewing instructions. But most importantly, it has the secret page that gives you everything. The support links will be on that page. As each installment is released in subsequent weeks, it will be on that same page. So basically, it's that one address that matters, and you'll get it right away.
And let me reiterate that whenever you buy anything on our website, the website automatically sends you a confirmation, and in 99% of the time, if somebody doesn't think that they've received it, it's in their spam folder. You might have more than one spam folder. The only time it's ever not in your spam folder is if when you're purchasing it, you've made an error in your address and it has sent it to AOF instead of AOL, or something like that. So,
but it should be sent within 1 minute generally.
Right. So please, before you email us telling us you didn't get a confirmation, please check your spam folder, because that it's there. I promise. It's automatically there. It isn't something that we do.
Whether it's called a spam folder or a junk folder, or if you're an Outlook user, Outlook now has focused inboxes. So if you didn't know that, it might not be in your focused inbox. That's another thing that trips people up.
Right, but it's there. And on the receipt, that the confirmation that you've purchased it, the receipt, that address will be what you want to hold on to.
Yeah, so you'll be getting a download, and the receipt has a reminder as well. So if you need something just to pin up with an address, it'll be there.
Okay, so the other thing that people have asked a lot about is, how long do you have to complete it?
So we are going to keep the secret page up until June 1st. That page will have all of the downloads, the support videos, and so once you've purchased it, it will be completely available to you until June 1st. If you know that you want to work a little over the summer, just make sure to download everything before June 1st, before we take it down.
And can I just clarify, when you purchase it, it's not all available.
Right.
If you purchase it before March 3rd, that's going to be our post day, you'll be getting those installments every Friday.
Yes.
And we'll have the schedule as part of the download.
Right.
And then if you buy it after March 3rd, you'll have all of the installments will be there. But you can just print them out and not look at them.
And we won't have any pictures on that page, so we don't accidentally, we're really aware, we don't want spoilers.
Right.
So
when you purchase it, you'd just be getting that first installment and then the schedule and all of that. But if you are, we've had a lot of people saying, I'm a slow quilter, or it's my busy season at work, and can I, I work more slowly, am I going to fall behind? The whole thing about this is that it's supposed to be fun, and there are no prizes for finishing early. We want it to work on your schedule, but we also need to make sure that we're not, because it is time consuming to offer that support and answer all those questions, all that sort of thing. So we are going to take it down June 1st, but you will have, all you have to do is just download it before that, and then you can start anytime before June 1st.
Yeah. And
just make sure that you've downloaded everything you need. Okay. The other thing people have asked about is, can you participate from other countries? Is there international access? And the question is yes, with the exception of the UK. The Brexit-related trade laws mean that we can't have any transactions with the UK unless we pay quarterly taxes, and we can't do that. And that includes digital items. So unfortunately, if you're in the UK, you cannot participate. If you're anywhere outside of the UK, you can participate. And the other question we've gotten a lot about is, what skills are necessary, and are there size options? So you want to talk about?
I say this is great for an adventurous beginner all the way up to an advanced quilter. I am very confident in the way the pattern has been done, and that with our support, everyone will be really successful at this. You may learn a couple new techniques along the way, but it's nothing to be intimidated by at all. It should be really fun. In terms of size options, it is so unique, there are none. It is a one size.
It just doesn't lend itself.
It doesn't lend itself.
To size
this
options.
is truly unlike any quilt you've made. I don't think it's safe to say that.
100% sure.
Which is why I am so excited. Also, honestly, because there are no kits, every single one of you is going to do something different.
And that's what I'm excited about.
I can't wait to see what you do.
However, I'm going to just be super candid and say that this is a quilt that requires precision. It doesn't require perfection, but
Yeah.
if you are one of those people who, and I've had a lot of them in my workshops, who doesn't, who only pays attention to finished blocks and decides to cut things bigger and then cut them down, this is going to require that you actually follow instructions. And
and I like your term. It's not perfection, but
no,
it's precision. Measurements will matter. Things have
seam
to
allowances will matter.
For the mystery to work, things are going to have to line up.
Right. And so we will help you with that. But there are people who just are emphatic that they don't ever want to cut, you know, with a template, or they don't want to cut with, you know, given exact instructions. They always want to make things big. That approach will not work for this quilt.
There will be a few templates involved. It's not template intensive, but the templates are important when they do happen.
So if you're a person, even if you're a beginner, but you're good about following instructions, and you have a 1/4 inch seam allowance that is pretty consistent, you'll do absolutely fine. Even if you're an advanced quilter, if you're somebody who doesn't pay attention to seam allowances, this will not be a good project for you.
And the templates are straightforward. They can be downloaded and printed on paper. You don't need to buy any acrylic templates for this. So there's no added expense. If you like to use template plastic, you can do that, or you can actually cut through the paper of your printout. The template plastic works well though.
But you will need access to a printer to print this out for sure. And the finished quilt is 56 by 80. So.
And that's what we call a napping size. We like it because it's great for curling up. It's very practical for reading, watching a movie, but also if you do your own quilting on a domestic machine, when you roll it up, it fits under the throat of a domestic machine.
It's manageable.
It's you can finish it. It doesn't feel like a small quilt that you don't know what to do with. It's practical yet manageable.
But it's smaller than a bed-size quilt, so you definitely could quilt it on a domestic machine for sure.
Yeah.
So then the other question is that I've gotten a lot of is it different from the original Modern Mystery quilt that we did 10 years ago with AQS? And it's totally different.
Absolutely nothing in common.
Nothing in common. So you'll be able to choose your genre of fabric. You'll be able to use solids, batiks, prints, yarn dyes, novelty prints, whatever you want. But you are going to have some contrast groups.
Well, we'll explain that later.
But you don't have to have a specific type of fabric in order to make it work.
Every fabric won't work, but a lot of fabrics will work.
Yeah.
And we will explain that
and we'll give
in
you
the first installment
of all the different options.
and with our video support.
Yeah,
one of the things we're going to do is kind of assemble some palettes ahead of time and show you this could work, this could work, this could
not
work.
work.
And so remember, our goal is for you to be successful, and you will be.
But we're going to meet you where you are in terms of trying to help you get there. Then there's also been a lot of questions about the original Modern Mystery quilt that has been on our website for 10 years now or so. And suddenly, I think when we said that we were going to retire it at the end of the year,
everyone wanted it.
now there's like people buying 10 at a time. So we've been a little surprised at the sudden enthusiasm for that pattern.
Well, it was a good pattern.
It was a great pattern, but it's been around for a long time. So we keep adding inventory, and then people keep buying it out. But as we said in our newsletter, and if you don't have our newsletter, you can find it on our Facebook page, but or you can
website.
Yeah, you can sign up for it on our website. But we will continue to keep it on the website available until December 31st. If it says sold out at any point, It's because somebody 3 minutes ago bought 10 of them,
we have
and we have to add in. We have to make more, print more patterns and get them added to the inventory.
Right.
So we're trying to stay on top of it. We thought we had put a ton in and everything would be fine, and then they sold out again in one day.
Yeah. So to recap, January 1st, the 2023 Modern Mystery Quilt will be available on our website for a one-time purchase of $25.
The first installment
yes.
of it will be available.
Right. Yeah. And then you'll have 2 weeks to gather everything. And then after that, there will be weekly installments through.
And we decided to give you that 2 weeks so you could, if you weren't sure about it, you could listen to the quilts first and hear us talk about it and answer questions about it, and think about it before we actually start on the next one. So we wanted to give you time to buy fabric and to
just go through your stash, see if you have what you need.
We didn't want to.
We know that a lot of people are trying to sew out of their stashes right now, and this is a quilt that may, depending on your stash, may be just the quilt for you.
So if you we will be releasing those installments weekly after the first 2 weeks. If you're a slower quilter, or you're busy at work or whatever, work at your own pace.
No problem.
But just download them. Make sure that you've downloaded everything you need to by June 1st.
Exactly.
And you've watched the videos and everything.
We look forward to working with you and seeing your progress as this launches. And
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Happy holidays and Happy New Year. We hope that the Mystery Quilt is part of that new year.
Absolutely. And we'll see you on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
If you're well, you'll see the website on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So take care of everyone.
Yeah, and so Quilts First, January 1st, we'll have more details and we'll answer more questions then.
Great.
We will be off from this Friday until the 28th, and then we'll be back.
This Friday being
the 23rd, I believe.
Yes, depending on when you're watching this.
So if you are placing an order after the 22nd, it will ship on December 29th.
Yeah. A little time off for everyone.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Hope you're getting a little time off too.
So have fun. We'll